I didn't have a Floyd Mayweather to stand behind me and tell me, about what's right and what's wrong.
Gervonta Davis's corner. So you have Coach Calvin, and Coach Calvin is the head trainer, and you have Coach Kenny, who really specializes on preparing game plans specifically for opponents.
Joe Rogan reveals that while Canelo Alvarez is one of the best, Terence Crawford's skill set is on another level. He emphasizes how Crawford's dismantling of Errol Spence was mind-blowing and believes that if anyone can outthink and outmaneuver Canelo, it's Crawford with his precision timing and ring IQ.
Tank Vince out on social media. He's been through a lot, throughout his life. But I take my hat off to him. I'm proud of him. Saturday night we had a game plan, and a lot of times when he says certain things on social media, I say, he's to me he's still a kid, and when I was that age, I probably would have did the same thing. I didn't have a Floyd Mayweather to stand behind me and tell me, about what's right and what's wrong. He got the job done, but my hat off to Ryan Garcia. Tough competitor, tough fighter, and the best man won.
On the Joe Rogan Experience, Terence Crawford expressed his determination to become a three-time undisputed champion. He confidently stated that Canelo Alvarez's size isn't a real issue, downplaying the challenge. Crawford emphasized his belief in his skills and mindset, showing no hesitation about stepping up for the historic opportunity. Terence Crawford's mindset heading into this upcoming clash with Canelo Alvarez reveals a fighter unfazed by public doubt. He acknowledges the size disadvantage, but considers it an extension of the challenges he's already conquered throughout his career. Crawford has consistently thrived under pressure, and this bout presents another opportunity to silence skeptics. While many argue that moving up in weight to face a naturally larger opponent could be a mistake, Crawford embraces the adversity. Citing heart technique and mental strength as his greatest equalizers, he's not just fighting for glory, he's fighting to show that greatness transcends weight divisions.
Nothing like taking a kid that come from the same background as you and helping them and put them in a position to become a multi-millionaire. You meet a kid, he come up to you for an autograph. You sign an autograph for him, then I tell him, in a few years when you get older, I'm going to work with you and I'm going to make you world champion someday. Years later, I started working with him, helped him, pushed him to be great. And if he feels like, his wings, he's grew wings where he can fly and become his own boss, more power to him.
So boxing journalist Dan Rafael brought a deeper understanding to the motivations behind Crawford's decision. He argued that this isn't about chasing a massive payday, it's about legacy. According to Rafael, Crawford is fueled by a desire to do what has never been done, even if it means taking the hard road. However, he also recognized the enormous risk involved. Facing Canelo requires more than confidence, it demands a perfect performance. Every feint, every counter, and every round must be fought with tactical brilliance. It's the kind of gamble that defines careers, for better or worse.
When is Gervonta Davis going to go somewhere in the pound for pound? Anui deserve to be in the pound for pound? Absolutely. Do Terence Crawford deserve to be in the pound for pound? Absolutely. But what about Gervonta Davis? He deserved to be somewhere also in the pound for pound.
Why don't they give him that credit?
Because he was affiliated with me.
Commentators have expressed a variety of opinions on Crawford's chances, and one perspective gaining traction is the comparison to Dimitri Bivol's strategy. Bivol's victory over Canelo highlighted how disciplined movement, punch variation, and timing could neutralize Canelo's power. Observers suggest Crawford study Bivol's footwork and ring control, both of which kept Canelo from setting a rhythm. However, it's important to note that Crawford is a different kind of fighter. He doesn't simply mimic, he adapts if he integrates key lessons from Bull's performance while sticking to his own style, he may unlock a blueprint capable of securing a historic win.
Was anybody else who is a Tank Gervonta Davis fan nervous watching that fight last night? I was nervous after probably the third round. I was like, yeah, I don't know about this. And here's the thing. I think we all know Tank didn't take this fight as serious as he should have. In the post-fight press conference, he said he didn't know what round it was. He said he lost track of the rounds. Like, that's not like him to do that. But I think he went in with the same game plan he typically does, where he just wears these guys down and then kind of baits them into just a crazy uppercut counter. And if you saw in the 11th and 12th round, he was going for it, but he couldn't connect it because this Lamont Roach guy, he's fast, he's quick. And as a Baltimore native, I wanted Tank to win. I wanted him to win. The whole Be More DC thing, I wanted him to win. I don't know if y'all saw when Tank was getting his hands wrapped, he was yawning. He didn't take it serious. But one silver lining is that he's probably not retiring now. He's got to take that rematch. And here's the thing, when he takes that rematch, when they do fight again, this fight, Tank's going to win this handily. He'll probably win it in the 7th or 8th. But yeah, it wasn't a draw. Tank lost that fight. Yeah, he took a knee. Strategically, he took a knee. But he took a knee. Tank lost that fight, unfortunately. But I'm excited for that rematch. I feel like it's probably going to be the most watched boxing match in history.
David Benz voiced an unpopular but thoughtful concern regarding the matchup while acknowledging Crawford's brilliance and the high-stakes appeal of a Canelo showdown. Benz questions the physical toll such a jump in weight could impose. His hesitation isn't rooted in doubt over Crawford's abilities, but in the reality that boxing has weight divisions for a reason. While fans see it as a dream fight, purists like Benz worry that the bout may unfairly tip the scale in Canelo's favor. It's not a dismissal of Crawford's courage, it's a caution against sacrificing long-term health for a short-term spectacle.
I expect to get respect by letting me speak. Thank you.
Floyd, I want to switch gears real quick, man. Gervonta said, I'm not signed to a single soul. So is Tank now a free agent, or is he still signed with Mayweather Promotions?
Well, this is the Mayweather-Deji press conference. So I'm here to talk about Dubai. I'm here to talk about entertaining the people, having fun. And I'm not here to talk disrespectful or bad about any fighter. You know, they say America is the land of the free. You know, so we live, we love, and we keep striving each and every day. That's what life is about.
Ryan Garcia's blunt take cuts straight to the core of the debate. Weight matters. While respecting Crawford's skills, Ryan believes that size will be the deciding factor. In his view, Canelo's natural frame gives him an inherent advantage that no amount of technique can completely overcome. The stylistic dynamics between these two fighters have made this one of the most exciting matchups in recent years. Canelo brings a deliberate, heavy-handed style built on timing, accuracy, and relentless bodywork. Crawford, by contrast, thrives on.
He's 100% correct. Personally, I had Gervonta Davis up a round, because whenever you have rounds where nobody's doing anything, I'm not just going to do what most people do, and especially people that don't like Gervonta Davis, which is just give the round to the other guy because Gervonta Davis didn't manage to knock him out that round. Okay, so this is Gary Russell Jr. clearly saying, man, no, I don't think Lamont Roach won that fight. You also had Al Bernstein. And Al Bernstein, I'm telling you, is a very, very straight, fair guy who I don't know if he was on that call, but he used to work with Showtime. I don't know if he was on there. I don't recall if I heard him. I think it was Rolly Ronaldo that was calling it. But Al Bernstein, who was a very, very objective person, said, hey, look, no. Sorry to break it to you, but Gervonta Davis won that fight. Yeah, Lamont Roach put up a really good fight, but Lamont Roach was not dynamic. He did not do anything to really separate himself from Gervonta Davis. He just kept it equal. He just tried to keep it even the entire fight. And that's not enough, again, to take the belt from the champion. Now, I do want to say that the people that thought that Lamont Roach won, I don't have any problem with that. I really don't have a problem with it at all. I personally, again, had a point for Gervonta Davis, but I could see how those swing rounds really could go, depending on who's looking at it, really could go different ways, right?